Hi everyone, Bess McCarty here, conducting the Law of Timing, the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. Welcome everybody. Hope you made it over to this one after our mishap or a technical mishap with the other one. Welcome, Adrian. Jeff was at the mall. The reception wasn't good there, so I'm beginning the live. I'm going to see if I can invite him in here. We'll see if this works. Invite. Okay, we'll see if we're both able to get on here. Meanwhile, welcome to the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. Welcome, Shmala. Welcome, Jennifer. Awesome. So this is law number 19 today of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. You can get a free copy of this ebook when you go to the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, and there you can that's a Facebook group, the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, and there you can request membership and get your free ebook to follow along with you if you wish, or just dial in to follow along like a lot of people are enjoying this. This is what people are saying. Adrian says, I appreciate the steady stream of high quality instruction on best practices. And Becky Gustafson, both of these ladies are our friends and students. Becky says, the info you two present is great. I feel privileged to be able to learn these messages. We love you guys, and we love learning from you too. So Adrian is on here. Welcome. And Jerry Hatton, another friend and student, and Shmala. Welcome, everybody. So glad to see you. Just going to make sure Jeff has the invite. Yeah, it's been invited, Jeff, if you happen to tune in, but maybe your signal is not allowing you. So maybe this will be a solo class today. So our purpose, Jeffrey David Gamble and mine, is to help people grow, to educate, equip, and empower entrepreneurs and create independent servant leaders. This is a generic show sponsored by our generic school, the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers. And we love teaching John Maxwell's work because John is the #1 expert in the world on leadership. And that is important in the advanced stages of network marketing. If you're just doing it as a hobby, maybe leadership's not as important. But if you want to make a full-time income of this and change your life and change other people's lives, and leadership is crucial. And so we pick the best leadership expert in the world. We pick the best book. Actually, John says this is the best-selling book on leadership in the world. So you are in the right place at the right time if you want to be a network marketing professional. Please type in yes, because I would like to congratulate you for that, for making that commitment to yourself. And welcome, Mina. So glad to see everybody. Thank you so much for the likes and loves. If you're watching the replay, please type in replay so that we can thank you for that. And also, I'd love to hear where you all are from. Now, this show is where you can grow for lunch. That's pretty good. Or if you're on the West Coast, for breakfast. So absolutely, Jerry says. Great. So let's get into the law of timing. I call this like the art of your business. And when is as important as what to do and where to go. When is very, very important. You can miss connections, right? You know that if you catch an airplane. When you get to the airport and when you board that plane is pretty important if you want to get to San Francisco. If not, you can get there at any old time and stay where you are. So timing is important, right? Because that's when the pilot, the crew, the schedule, and everything is happening. It's the same thing in our business and everywhere in our life. So when, the law of timing, number 9 of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, when is as important as what and where? And that pulls into a little bit of the art of it, the art of the business, because it's not just enough to know the skills and rattle off the scripts and everything and talk to a lot of people. There's timing. And here's a few tips about that. Understand the situation. In other words, be in tune with what's happening, what's needed at any time, so that you can dance with it, so that you can step into it in essence. And have a mature motive, that it's the right motive, that you're working for the good of the whole and not for something else. And have the confidence of what needs to be done. Be decisive and not wishy-washy. Use your own experience. Use experience. Use that to know when, to know the right timing. Use your own experiences and other people's advice, and then use your intuition. This plays a little bit into the law of intuition, doesn't it? So intuition is learning to trust your nudges. Trust those. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then lastly, being prepared, knowing when the next meeting is, having all the materials that you need to conduct the meeting or talk with the prospect or sign them up. If you know what's happening at the next meeting, you can announce that at the current meeting, right? So be prepared and plan ahead. These are all ways that the law of timing comes into effect. Now, I'll talk specifically about network marketing in a few minutes, but let's just look at timing itself. And I look at it very much like a dance. There's a certain rhythm to life, and when I know that I'm in step with it, it feels good. And when I dance, I love to dance. I love to dance to the music, but I also love to dance with a partner to the music. Then I have double the thrill that I get from dancing, being in step with the music, but being in step with a partner who's in step with the music. It feels so good. But if I dance too slow, I'll be out of sync with the music and with my partner. If I dance too fast, I'll be out of sync. Then I won't have that neat connection feeling. So in life, how do I apply this? I think that if everybody takes dance or music, they'll understand more about the law of timing and then can transfer that over to their lives. So in my life, I say, okay, let me not lag behind the flow of life. Let me not get in the way of it. Let me not go too slow. Let me not get distracted or delaying from being at that exact moment, at that exact time. And let me not push impatiently either. Push myself or other people, and realize that some things do take time. Welcome, Antoinette. Yes, Jerry, I love all dances, including waltz. But it's hard to find a good place to waltz nowadays. Yeah, that was sort of before my time too, but it's good. It's hard to find a good place around here anyway to ballroom dance. So yeah, all the steps. So an example of when this happened for me was following your nudges. It seems like anyway, this dance thing and following my nudges happened to me a couple times recently. Like I'll get a nudge maybe to go for a walk. I do a lot of computer and phone work in my neighborhood, and then I get away and go for a walk and everything. So I was just knew, okay, now it's enough of this work. It's time to go outside and go for a walk. And I start walking east on the street, on the street in front of my house, and I'm going east on that street. And I'm aware that there is a lady that is walking north, and that we are going to meet exactly at the corner at the exact same moment. And she looked at me and she said, "You're Bess McCarty, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, I saw your ad, and I've been meaning to call you." And so we met right there, and we did work together. And I think, well, what is going on here? That timing, if both of us were in step, if we were a minute sooner, or if I had left the house a minute sooner or later, it wouldn't have worked. Or if she would have left a minute sooner or later, it wouldn't work. And this happened again on Tuesday. I was walking again, almost getting back to my house, when a lady pulls up in a white SUV, and she said, "Hi, Bess," because I had met her before, and she said, "Hey, my husband has hurt his back. Do you by chance have time to work with him tonight? Because I do massage and counseling and body-mind therapy with that." And I said, "Yes." So that was just an hour and a half away. She goes, "By the way, I left you a voice message." I didn't have my phone with me, so I didn't think of it. But later on, she and her husband both came for the appointment. And I looked at my phone. I said, "I didn't get a voice message from you." And she looked, and she had one digit off in my phone number. So if we wouldn't have met at that exact moment on my walk, that exact moment she happened to be driving by when I happened to be walking by, then her husband wouldn't have gotten treatment that night. It was pretty important that he get treatment that night, because she would have just been thinking that I got her message and that I hadn't returned her call. So we looked at that and we said, wow, I call those little things miracles. I think that the timing of life and being in step with life and being able to dance with it, it happens to us every day if we just notice it. So I've started to keep a miracle journal. where I'm noticing these things like timing and following my intuition. Oh, that's what that nudge was. That was important that I follow that. So it's intuitively, I think, that we know what we should be doing at any given time. You know, intuitive, deep down, I know that I maybe should not be watching those YouTube videos right now. I should be getting my income tax done, or I should be prospecting or talking to people, because maybe it's a prime time during the day when people are available. Maybe I should save the YouTube videos for, 9 or 10 p.m. or after at night and watch it then. But something in me goes, oh, just let me finish. But something in me knows, intuitively, deep down, I know what I should be doing. Or if I'm working too much, I know I should be resting, but I just want to finish this thing, and I'm attached to getting this thing finished. So I think that deep down, each of us we are in touch, on some level, or gut level feeling, even with that timing. So, hey, Nancy, welcome. Welcome, everyone. And time management itself, I know that there's a number of people right now that don't like using that term. They say, oh, you can't manage time. That's silly to talk about, time management. However, I really do like using the term, because I know that for me, it means describing how I will budget my 24 hours that I happen to have in a day, like how I will budget my money. And that is another resource that isn't really ours. It just passes through us, right? That money that I earned tomorrow and spent today, which I love to spend money. I love to keep it back in circulation. That money is not really mine. It's going to pass through me, and so will the time. But I don't mind using the word time management and making sure that I put my priorities first in a day. Hello, are you really live right now, Bess? I hope so. And actually, I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about being live. And please type in a question if you have one. This is a good time about timing. How do you work with the law of timing? How do you do things in just the right time? How do you make sure you're on time? Because they say that early is on time and on time is late, right? I'm still working on that. Half the time I'm pretty good at that, but sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm right up to the minute and all that, trying to get a lot in because of my passion for life and trying to get a lot done. So I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, and of course if you are getting benefit, I'd love if you tag, comment, share. I did not get a chance to share to other network marketing groups today, but if anybody can share with others, then we know that other people are getting benefit. I think that Jeff might not be able to pop on today. His invitation's been sent. Or if you're watching, Jeff, please send a request. Maybe I could bring you on that way. Sometimes that works. But I'm thinking that they're away from home and that their signal is not working at the mall where they are right now. So, Nancy, am I live right now? That's a good question to even ask ourselves. Am I fully, talking about timing, am I in the present? Am I fully in the present, not living in the past and dwelling on that? And neither am I too much living in the future, enough to plan ahead. That's good. Live in the future enough to plan ahead, and live in the past enough to learn from it. But am I truly, truly in the present right now? And it is the mortality of two of my friends lately. They're both happen to be from San Diego, two different friends, but I lived there 30 years prior to coming back to Kansas and helping family now. But I've been aware of the mortality of life through two of these friends this past week. And the result is that it has made me more aware of the preciousness of life, and living in the present moment is more precious to me. The daughter of one of these people wrote, "If we are lucky, we experience gigantic events of sorrow and loss that teach us that all the other moments in life are beautiful only, not hard and not struggle." And so this girl is channeling, this lady is channeling the trauma into living a beautiful life. Brendan Burchard mentioned that too. I listened to an audio of his last night, and he mentioned at 19 he was in a car accident, and it helped him with the law of timing about being in the present moment right now and realizing how, he mentioned again, how very precious life is. And that's part of what's behind his driving passion. So the law of, hello, welcome Everett. Welcome everyone. Would love to hear any insights that you have or best takeaways that you've got about timing today. But specifically, here is how this applies to network marketing. We stay in touch with people until it's the right time for them, until it's their high noon, right? Because people may or may not be ready now, or may not have a good reason, or something's going on in their life, or they just don't see a need to build their network marketing business. I'm cool. You know, I've got a good job. I'm probably going to have it the rest of my life. And then they start seeing people get laid off around them. And then think, oh, shoot, maybe I better get a plan B going, you know. But maybe last year they had no need for it, or could see the need, and this year they do. So be back in touch with people. Stay in touch with friends. As Harvey McKay says, make 2 new contacts a day. Add that to your list, your phone list or Facebook list, and then find a creative way to stay in touch with them. I think that was before Facebook when he said that. So like at Facebook now, it's so darn easy. You just go and see what's happening on in anybody's life, and you can comment, support, and be in touch with them, or you can private message them and say hello, what's happening in your life right now. But it's cool if you look on their Facebook page first, because it's sort of a diary for a lot of people. So they go, well, didn't you see what I posted? So that's always good. You know, before you're in touch with somebody, go and check out what you can, what they have already written and posted about themselves. But we stay in touch. And I do like to tell the story of Holton Buggs, who is a multi-millionaire in network marketing. And one of my friends and clients said, well, Holton was in my downline, way down there, like 16 levels below me in a previous network marketing company, and the man never did anything. So there's a potential multi-millionaire network marketer, but it wasn't his time. And Holton himself said, it took me 16 years to become an overnight success. But so you never know who is lying in your downline. It's good to be in touch with them, and to keep back in touch with people. Remember to strike when the iron is hot, because if someone is hungry for network marketing, or hungry to get going, or they're open to it at all, or they're in some pain in their life because they are tired of being home with their kids, they're a senior who's stressed about inflation, you know, eating up or going faster than their income can grow, people with loans to pay off like students, people have bad bosses, you know, they know there's some pain point in their life, then that's when the iron's hot, and it's good to strike or talk with them then before they forget about it, before they start tolerating it again, and you know, are not as warm to looking at network marketing. So anytime that someone is talking about their pain point or their reasons, their thoughts about getting in network marketing, be sure and offer to them, you know, would you like to know more about what I do, in case this might be able to help you? Or if you want to use our super indirect approach that we teach with people, it's Jeff's favor script that goes, you can just circulate this around. Hey, text people, hey, can I ask you a favor? I want to let you know what I'm doing in case you run across the right person. You can refer them to me. Is this a good time? So that is one way to circulate and be back in touch with people in an indirect way, even if you don't know their pain points or anything. So you could do that at any time. However, remember that if you do run across a friend in need, to strike when the iron is hot, and don't let them get cool. Remember, hello Thomas, welcome. Thank you everybody for commenting, liking and sharing, because I did not get a chance, I hopped on kind of faster, did not get a chance to share with other people and invite them to hear this broadcast too. So thank you for those who do. So remember that there's the 4 personalities have different timings, right? The D-I-S-C personalities, the dominant person, and the D, the dominant person, or very active person, goal and driven oriented person, and like Jeff, and the I person, who's fun loving, like like Robin Williams. You know, those are two fast-moving people. And so you want to be fast when you talk with them. Don't let them get cold because they're on to something else. They'll forget all about you. So if they're a customer prospect or you're working with them, they're in your funnel, be sure to move fast with them because they're moving fast. And they'll be off doing something else if you don't. So the other two type of personalities, which is an S, that are like me, or a C, which is more conscientious and logical, driven person, they move slower. We move slower. We need to do our research. We need to sleep on things. We make slower decisions, but once we do, to become a customer or distributor, we're very loyal. So move in step with move slower with them. Do not push us. We need to think about it. We need to do our research. In fact, supply the research. Oh, well, here's a video that might help you with your research. Or doesn't it make sense that this, or show them the data. Talk about relationships with them too. So move at the speed of your prospect. Know your own speed, but then adapt that to them. Also know your own time of day. That applies with timing as well, doesn't it? So if you're a morning person, then do your most important activities in the morning. If you're a night person, do them then, or be aware of time zones. And if you're in the Eastern Coast, but you're up, at midnight, well, it's only like 9 p. or it's only like 9 p.m. on the West Coast, or I think 6 p.m. in Hawaii or other parts of the world. So know what your best time of day is and sync that with other people, with your prospects, and what time zone that they're in. Another way timing comes into play with network marketing is look at the time of the year. This is right after income tax time, and people are getting their income tax returns and have the money to start a business a lot of times. So this is a perfect time for that. New Year's is another time when a lot of people want to pay off their credit cards, or as in the fall, the kids are in school now and they want to make money by retailing or signing people up in network marketing. But that's when they want to earn Christmas money. New Year's is when they want to pay it off. So either of those are good times. But New Year's is when a lot of people start a new thing. So that's a very good time for recruit people in network marketing. But also the income tax, I believe, is the highest time of all, because people got to have that money, right? The starter kit. So let's see, be aware of that. Check in on your prospects and see what the timing is like for them before you talk with them. Are they getting married? Are they moving? Has someone just died in their family? Then it wouldn't be a good time to offer them the favor script, or to offer to let them know what you do. Timing in the economy. Hi, Jeff. I'm going to invite you on again to see if you can come on, if that would work. Oh, you're already invited. If you send a friend request, maybe I can see if that will work. That reverberation that we sometimes get. Maybe we can see if that is gone now. So I'll need you to send a request because I can't. You're already invited. If this works. Okay, so in this economy, that is another time in network marketing. In the economic trends that are happening right now, it just happens, you guys, that you are in the golden age for network marketing. This is when people are looking they're getting crunched and crunched and crunched by inflation and recession, and they can't buy a franchise because that's too expensive, and real estate and stock market investment might be out of it for them, and maybe they're already working a second darn job and they can't get a third and fourth. So what chance do people have for a better life in this economy than network marketing? It's just set up perfectly. People need it. They're looking for it. They need something low startup, since network marketing has the best return on investment, the best ROI of any business in the world. This is where for several $100s, you can start a business and become a multimillionaire without all the legal hassles, without having to invest the $60,000 average to start a business. Without all of that, just investing the time, you can highly surpass what you would make in another business of your own. And I think you can do it faster and without that loan to pay off, the $60,000 loan or whatever. So it's just an incredible business model, and never have people needed it more than now. The people that I mentioned, the parents who want to be home with their kids, the people who want to get out of abusive jobs, the seniors who need a better retirement, and people who want to get out of loans, especially students. So the timing is just perfect right now for network marketing. Be aware of that. So lastly, hello Vicki, welcome. Welcome everybody. Jeff, it doesn't seem to let me bring you on camera, or but if you send an invite, I could try that. And hello Roxanne, welcome. So to apply, to round this up, the law of timing, to apply this law. Number one, review your recent major actions. How much attention did you give to timing? Analyze your failures. Was it the wrong action or the wrong timing? And then use this list to increase your application of the law of timing. Remember the list I read in the beginning was understand the situation, have a mature motive that it's the right action for the good of the whole, have the confidence of what needs to be done, have the decisiveness so that you can act and not be wishy-washy, and rely on your own experience. You know, when in the past have I seen this is the time when the iron is hot, I need to strike. Rely on your own experience or other people's advice. Trust your intuition, your nudges, because deep down, you know, we all have that. We can all develop that and increase it. And lastly, be prepared so that you can jump in when somebody needs something to say, oh, wait a minute, I have to go see if I can find the three-way caller, or wait a minute, I have to learn how to sign you up because you want to get going right now. Oh, I don't even know what to do. So be prepared, right? Oh, thank you, Shmala, for being on here. I appreciate that. So next time tomorrow is law number 20 of the 21 laws, Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. And that's what we're covering here. This is a book, the best-selling leadership book in the world by John Maxwell, the #1 leadership expert in the world. And so we're teaching one of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership each day. Tomorrow is law number 20, the law of explosive growth. And that happens when you develop leaders. If you would like a free ebook of what I just showed you, if you'd like a free ebook of that, go to our Facebook group, the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. And there you can request membership, get a free ebook to follow along if you wish, or just dial in. And you can also scroll down and find all the past replays of the 21 laws. Now, we are giving away a free coaching session to people who send 10 people to that group, because y'all been doing that. We want to reward you and thank you for that. But do not invite them or add them. Send them themselves, because it should be their decision, and anyway they can get a free ebook that way too. So when you send 10 people and they request it, membership, and then they're approved and you see them in the members, make sure you're on the group too, of course. When you send 10 people, send me their names. If they're approved in the group, send me their names, and then we will schedule a free coaching session for you worth $250 to explode your network marketing business with either me or Jeff, or both. So that's an incredible thing that is within your reach. Wow, welcome Terry. Glad to see you. So let's see. That concludes. We are glad that you can join us, and we'll come back tomorrow, and likely Jeff will be able to be on camera too, so then you get 2 for 1. So join us for the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, where you get food for thought at lunch. Take care, everybody. Bye.